They thought he was just a week-old janitor. But 30 seconds later, the entire school would regret laughing at him. They called him Mop Grandpa. Every single day, the students at Lincoln High thought it was funny, especially Jason Miller. Jason was the kind of kid who believed power came from popularity. Star athlete, rich parents, loud friends, and the quiet janitor. He was just background noise. Or so they thought. Mr. Thomas never reacted. He simply pushed his mop down the hallway every morning at 6 a.m. Head down, silent, watching, listening. But what no one knew was that before he ever held a mop, he held something much heavier. One afternoon, Jason and his friends were hanging near the lockers. Mr. Thomas was cleaning nearby. Jason smirked. "Hey, Grandpa," he said loudly. "Miss a spot?" His friends laughed. Jason kicked over the mop bucket. Dirty water flooded the hallway. Students stopped and stared. Mr. Thomas looked at the spreading water, then at Jason. His eyes were calm. Too calm. He didn't yell. He didn't complain. He just picked up the bucket. That made Jason even angrier. "Say something." Jason snapped. Mr. Thomas simply replied, "I hope you never understand why I stay quiet." That sentence would make sense later. The bullying didn't stop. It grew worse. They hid his supplies. They shoved him in hallways. One day, someone taped a sign to his back. "School loser." Students laughed. Teachers walked by. Nobody interfered, because in their eyes, he was just a janitor. But that Friday, everything changed. The school was hosting a big football celebration rally. Parents, teachers, everyone was there. Jason was being honored for scoring the winning touchdown. The gym was packed. Mr. Thomas was setting up chairs quietly. Jason grabbed the microphone jokingly. "Let's give a round of applause to our school hero." The crowd cheered. Then Jason pointed toward Mr. Thomas. "And to our school cleaner." Some students laughed. Jason walked over and knocked the chair stack from his hands. Metal crashed loudly across the gym floor. The room went silent. Jason leaned close and whispered, "What are you going to do about it?" Mr. Thomas slowly stood up, his back straighter than anyone had ever seen it. His voice was calm, but different. "I was hoping you'd never ask." The principal suddenly rushed forward. "Jason, that's enough." But Mr. Thomas gently held up his hand. "It's all right." He turned toward the crowd. "Before I work here." He reached into his jacket pocket, pulled out a worn leather wallet. Inside, a military identification card. Gasps filled the gym. He continued, "I served 22 years in Special Forces." Silence. Multiple deployments. 2 medals for valor. Parents began whispering. Jason's smile disappeared. "I've seen real bullies," Mr. Thomas said quietly, "and they don't scare me." The gym was frozen. "But what scares me," he continued, "is how easy it is for young people to become them." The words hit harder than any punch. A man stood up from the crowd, wearing a veteran cap. He walked forward slowly, saluted Mr. Thomas. "I served under him," the man said loudly. "He saved 6 men in Afghanistan." The gym erupted in shocked murmurs. Jason looked around. His friends were stepping back. Suddenly, he wasn't powerful anymore. He looked small. The principal took the microphone. "Jason Miller, you are suspended pending further review." Parents clapped. But Mr. Thomas raised his hand again. "No." Everyone looked confused. He turned to Jason. "I don't want him suspended." More confusion. "I want him to learn." He walked closer. Not aggressive. Not angry. Just firm. Strength isn't about making someone feel small. It's about protecting those who are. Jason's eyes filled with something new. Shame. For the first time, he couldn't laugh. The next Monday, something different happened. Jason arrived early. 6 a.m. Mr. Thomas was mopping the hallway. Jason walked over quietly. "I'm sorry. No audience. No friends. Just honesty." Mr. Thomas studied him, then handed him the mop. "Good. Start there." And Jason did. For the next month, the star athlete helped clean every morning. Not because he was forced, but because he understood. Sometimes, the strongest people in the room are the quietest, and sometimes, The people you laugh at today are the ones who fought battles you'll never understand. So choose respect, because you never know who you're really standing in front of. Fade out.